Hey there, dear YouTube community, and welcome back to another special video from me and that guy,
Lamar. Hello.
Lamar Johnson. Um,
Yeah.
last time we played the higher lower game, which is like intellectual
Hello.
browser game, I would say. Intellectual because we
Right.
went pretty shitty for the most part.
Yeah.
And this time it's either, and it's exactly what you might think. Many people left like 2 questions in here, and we chose which one is the best outcome for us. You see a question right here. It's basically like this. Would you rather get gas every time you are around the sex you are attracted to, or burp after every time you kiss? I just went for the first one, by the way, but doesn't matter. That was off camera. Let's go to our actual first question. You ready for this?
Let's go.
Let's see. There's no right or wrong answers here, by the way. So, would you rather not be able to sit or not be able to stand?
Well, not be able to stand, that is a situation that some people know about it.
Exactly.
Not be able to see it, on the other hand.
But there are some people that I just can't stand. Um,
Well, it doesn't say anything about lying. So as long as you can lie, perhaps you don't have to sit. But yeah, I would
mm,
rather not be able to sit rather than not be able to move around.
but when you sit, you are in a wheelchair, so you can move around still. But if
But
you
you move
if
in
you
a
are not
wheelchair.
able, I mean, you can lie down still.
Think about it. When you're not able to stand, you are either lying down or sit forever. When
Yeah.
you're not able to sit, you are either standing down or lying down, not sitting, but
But imagine like
you
when you stand for the whole time, your feet get tired eventually, and that doesn't happen when you sit.
but yeah, but you can just lay on the street, or you can replace your chairs for beds, and yeah, you live like that.
So that you sort of stand? You mean that? When you like tilt the bed to a certain angle?
No, I mean it says not being able to sit, but that doesn't mean not being able to lay down on a bed.
Yeah,
And
when you choose not be able to stand, you can sit and you can sit and you can lie. So I would rather go
yeah,
with this. Because
but
skip leg day, fuck it.
then you will be a cripple. You wouldn't be able to move around or do anything.
Yeah, but I am actually able to first skip leg day. And second, yeah, I would just rather sit and be able to lay down, because standing all the time is tiresome, you know?
But you don't have to stand all the time. That's the thing. You can be standing and walk to places and do things that you need to do, or
Wheelchair.
you can be lying.
We
No,
you
you just have
okay,
to choose your.
how do you drive a car when you're not able to sit?
Well, you take the part, the the back of the seat. You saw it with a saw, and then instead of sitting there, you go like when you go prone, you put a plank there, and you stay on the plank, and you move the wheel with the hands, and you have a stick, and with that you accelerate or you brake.
Okay, how do you shift gears then?
Would you do it with the same hand? Someone who is skillful enough doesn't need to do it with the feet.
Yeah, you see
Hmm?
that shit doesn't work, right?
It works. You just don't have imagination for it. Or you
Well,
can also design. You can do it the other way. Instead, you can just put a bed inside, in which allows you to be with the feet next to the pedals, and you can put something that moves the wheel farther back, so you have it near your chest, and you drive like that.
are you
Yeah.
done? I mean, think about all the instances where you actually have to sit. You have to sit down to drive a car. You have to sit down in a plane. You have to sit down in an airplane. You have to sit down at the cinema. It's all the stuff that you can do when you're not able to sit. And when are there instances where you have to stand? Maybe when the national anthem hits, maybe, even though we don't do that in Germany. But when you are in a wheelchair, people you know, they are like, oh, you know, you can't stand up, so it's fine. That's the only thing I can come up with. So I personally would rather not be able to stand rather than sit.
Our visions here are completely. It's impossible to. I won't change my mind.
I for one am going for not be able to stand, and we're gonna see what the majority decides.
I go for not be able to see it, and let's see if communism, meaning you, or the West, meaning me.
What does it have to do with communism?
Because you are red, you know, your decision is red, not be able to stand. So you're the communist. You're the Warsaw Pact.
Yeah, I'm a blood. Let's see. Yeah, 60% don't make sense.
You see,
there are so many.
People agree, you know.
No,
you can drive a car in a bed, but you can't move to the grocery store if you have to go in a wheelchair. You need someone to take care of you most of the time, I guess.
Thing right here is people don't understand because, you know, as I said, there are more instances where it requires you to be able to sit rather than stand. I'm gonna stand by that.
Not if you are a creative person and you are not afraid of sewing things off.
It didn't make any ding-dong damn sense what you were trying to say, how you drive a car. That would end up in a car crash for sure.
Think about it, you know, when you're in a car, you're sitting, but if you recline the seat back, you're basically lying. You just have to do that, but more flat, and you're basically on a car bed, and you can drive anyway like that.
Yeah,
you see?
Speaking about lying, why the fuck you're lying? Okay, next one. Would you rather be awake during spine surgery and hear the bones crushing? That's a nightmare. Or be awake when they twisted an extremely broken arm back into place? Weirdly enough, I don't cringe really when I see like some people breaking bones or anything, you know. I'm just like, it doesn't look too good, but I'm not like cringing.
Well, the communist option, you know, it's painful by default because it talks about an extremely broken arm being twisted. The other one doesn't say anything about it. It just says that you're awake during spine surgery and you hear the bones crunching, which doesn't mean that you're experiencing pain.
I was about to say, yeah.
Just doesn't mean that you are awake.
Just
I don't know.
Yeah, but
local.
But just the picture, it's like in Metal Gear Solid during like the shock treatment, you know.
Yeah,
it's a little bit. Yeah, would be something that you definitely don't get out of your head anymore.
Yeah. Well, I would choose like before. What would you choose?
Which one?
NATO.
Okay.
Blue.
Nah, I go with be awake when they twisted an extremely broken arm back into place, I think.
You're a rebel, aren't you? Huh?
I don't want that to happen, obviously, but I think it wouldn't be as traumatizing as actually like this one. Because this one, you're gonna wake up in sweat every time afterwards, I think.
They might have put just local anesthesia, and you just hear the bones when they are doing the normal thing, you know, and it doesn't have to be painful or anything. And also, if you had picked the option before, you are lying, so you don't have to be standing and you don't have to be sitting.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the arm one, and you go with the spine one, right?
Okay.
Okay, let's see. Yep, the majority is right, especially in this
because
one.
People don't understand. It might mean something completely harmless.
The spine surgery is not harmless.
It doesn't say anything about pain. Okay, that's all.
trying to justify it right here. Okay, would you rather be woken up at 3 a.m. every morning and forced to watch Mrs. Doubtfire? Or get punched in the face by an average man once every 2 months?
Well, in this case, the Warsaw Pact is the lesser evil, I guess.
Yeah, you know, it's every morning. The other one is every 2 months.
Yeah.
And I think punch in the face once, I assume.
It also makes you a man.
Now you're a man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would rather go this, because waking up at 3 a.m., even though I'm mostly awake during that time anyways, but being woken up every day to watch that, yeah, definitely getting punched in the face, I think.
Yeah, this is an easy decision.
Yeah. Let's see. Yep, definitely.
Hmm.
Once every 2 months beats every day.
Yeah, exactly.
And of course, an average man would also beat Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah, like also spine surgery beats broken arms.
Which, if you were blind, would you rather be able to hear perfectly with perfect precision, or be able to see using a very painful eye corrective drop to be applied every hour? Wait, using a very painful eye corrective drop. I don't really get the second one, to be honest.
You know these liquid stuff that sometimes people use on the eyes
Yeah, I
or
know. Oh,
something like
okay,
that. But
okay,
it's
yeah.
painful.
You're able to
Hmm.
see then. Okay, yeah.
I will choose the second. Pain and being able to rather than not being able to and just hear.
But very painfully every hour.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Like, you don't have a choice. Even if you don't want to
It,
see it now, you still get it, I guess.
no, it doesn't say that. It just
It
if you,
says
for
every
example,
hour.
if you don't need to see anything in particular, you just don't use it. You use it when you need to see something, and just that. The other is like you don't
Okay.
have this possibility. So,
I get the feeling that you kind of twisted to your liking now.
no, I'm just. Hmm.
But yeah, I like pain.
Yes.
Let's see.
Okay.
The majority is going to be with perfect precision, I think.
I don't think
Yep.
so.
Yep.
Yes.
By a long shot.
I overestimated how much people, value their sense of sight. Hmm.
800,000 to 200,000. That is quite the difference, though. I kind of
Yeah.
expected that, though.
This reminds me to something I thought about. I'm not sure if I told you the other day. In general, life is just an organism
Yeah.
doing whatever it can to escape pain. That is life.
Yeah.
Reduced to the most
That
simple, mm, I don't know, way of expressing it, I think.
that doesn't really apply to when you go to the gym, though, because that's when I like pain.
Yeah, in general, just as a whole, but then you can choose, of course, pain for certain things when
Well,
they when it gives you something positive after that.
yeah, of course, yeah.
Hmm.
Not every time, though.
But for example, that card told you that, and in general, many things, people do whatever they can to avoid pain of any kind.
Definitely, yeah.
Mhm.
Would you rather work at the FBI or work at the CIA?
Ooh.
Depends on who has the most sensitive data. um,
FBI will basically just a cop with that works, across the country. I guess CIA is more like country intelligence. So
at the FBI, I think you are also most likely to risk your life.
yeah, so surely,
kind
unless
of
you are, yeah.
kind of sucks that you can't like choose the NSA.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I would rather go for the CIA then, because FBI sounds like swatting and shit, and I'm not down with that.
See, yeah, I also will go for CIA.
Or maybe you would go for the Pentagon. The Pentagon.
The Pentagon is the army, right? Or the CIA? I guess both. I don't know.
I think it's CIA. I'm not sure though. That was just for the Metal Gear Solid meme.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
More for the FBI.
Not by a long shot though, and I kind of doubt that people will actually go for this because that is more life risking.
Yeah, I don't know. Strange.
I can't see that happening though.
They don't want to be the black version of James Bond that appears in Casino Royale, which is a CIA agent.
Would you rather kill Godzilla and have half the city destroyed because of it? Everyone will know you. What?
Fame and glory, of course.
Or kill the Kraken and save the city from future catastrophe without anyone knowing. Oh, okay. So that's either people die but they know that you destroyed the beast, or save the entire city. No one dies. No catastrophes are gonna happen, but no one knows that it's you.
This is practical logic, versus the human ego and the need for recognition.
I go for the ego one. If I do good shit, I want it to be recognized.
Most people will go for that. Huh?
Yeah.
Hmm.
What would you go for, though? I mean, right here,
To be
of
honest,
course, you know, you sacrifice humans, but
yeah.
people still know that
But
that you did
think,
it.
think about it. All these people, if, for example, the supreme leader Kim Jong Un and so on, they sacrifice a huge lot of people, not for logic, just for themselves, for the glory, for being who they are, remaining in power. If they just looked at the world in a cold, calculating way, they will realize that the best thing to do will be to maybe just do something else, that doesn't starve the country or whatever, or not create militias that go around slaughtering villages with machetes or things like that. But it's just the need for being more and having more,
Yeah,
and I will go for the Warsaw Pact against human nature.
which means also kill Godzilla, right?
No, kill Kraken.
Yeah, I don't believe you.
Huh.
But I think though the majority is also gonna use this, but when it really comes down to the decision, they will definitely go for the fame. I'm pretty sure. Let's see.
Yeah, if no one will know, they will choose the. Oh,
Yeah,
people were kind of.
kind
It
of
still
torn.
stand
Yeah,
out, doesn't it? Hmm.
I mean the people who chose this, they are definitely the ones that are the most honest to themselves.
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure most would actually go for the fame.
Yeah, everyone wants to be loved.
Would you rather be the student who always sleeps in class or be the student who always talks in class?
Some people can be both.
Well,
Huh?
I know one and the other, to be honest. Uh,
Well, always talks, I guess.
I think
I think you're
so,
missing
yeah.
things there. When you talk, there's always something interesting going on.
And also, well, yeah, I was about to say, yeah, both basically result in bad grades, anyways. Yeah, but with this one, you're always the hot topic, you know.
Yes, exactly.
Makes sense.
You're the cool kid.
Let's see. Okay.
Hmm.
And then, you know, when you always sleep, of course, you get more time during the night. I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but you know,
Yeah, perhaps.
kind of expected that. I kind of expected it to be a little bit more towards this way, though. Okay. Check this. Would you rather drive 200 miles well over the legal drunken limit, or drive 200 miles after being awake for 72 hours straight?
To be honest, both of them are equally shitty.
To be honest, yeah.
You can't drive 200 miles having been awakened for 72 hours and not fall asleep during the
Well,
drive.
With a good amount of Red Bull into your system, I think you can. Then again,
in this
though,
case, it will be a problem if you were in a bed, in a car bed, like I was proposing. But I admit that it will be easier to fall asleep. Yeah.
I think, yeah, I see you. I see where you're coming from.
Over the drunken limit, I guess. It will really make you be less able to do it.
Well, I imagine that you drive over the on the highway, obviously.
Yeah, 200 miles. You don't drive 200 miles over to a city,
But it's well over the legal drunken limit.
Still more than 72 hours straight.
Well, I'm just gonna go with the assumption that you can choose like drinks and stuff. So I would stockpile on Red Bull and go for 72 hours straight.
Ooh,
That's 3 days.
Rebellious nature. Huh.
I'll go with this. Let's check this out. Exactly, my friend. Don't drink. You know, people say don't drink and drive, but they don't say don't not sleep and drive.
I don't think there's many people who actually have been awakened 72 hours straight. But if there's any, they will realize that it's much worse than being drunk and, quite drunk. Much worse.
I think the world record holder, I'm not sure, but I think he was awake for 1 month or something.
I'm not sure now. I read about it. I don't remember the time, but I know that by the end it was just a vegetable. The guy started having hallucinations and not being able to discern reality really quick, and then it was just a vegetable.
Apparently, it was worth it though. Okay, would you rather have no thumbs or only have thumbs?
Well, obviously, have no thumbs. You know, even though the thumbs are very quite essential to grabbing things and so on, it's much better to have 8 fingers than just 2.
Because my brother is actually working at a care center, and they had in school, which was a decade ago or something, they actually had like the thing that from the teacher, he said like try to live one day without using your thumbs, and then you actually know how essential a thumb actually is. Like also for holding a mouse, for example, you don't know how you don't really recognize it, but once you pay attention to it, you actually see how much you need actually a thumb to move a mouse properly, you know? Especially in like FPS games.
Actually, you know, that is one of the things that makes us different from other big apes, how to say, you know? The opposing thumb allows to, you know, to manipulate things very precisely and carefully. That's
also why people say when certain animal species actually have the ability to grow thumbs, then we are fucked. Like I think it was specifically like a kraken or something, you know, when they actually develop thumbs because they have so many like tentacles, then we are fucked in more than one sense.
Well, it depends. You know what I read the other day about octopuses? They don't have a sense of. They don't really know how to say the sense of know where your body parts are at the second, you know.
Yeah.
You know how your body is. What position are you in? You know what I mean?
That's why they flail tentacles around every time, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. They are not. They are unable to know exactly how their body is. I don't know, positioned in a way.
Which is also hard in the water, especially though.
Yeah, or not. They evolved that way, and it works for them, I guess. So I don't know.
But I think, I think I would go with only have thumbs though. I'm a thumb person. You know how many thumbs up you can give people then?
You're only going for the thumbs up just out of curiosity to see, you know, if G. Okay, let's go for it and see. Also, you know, if you get it's much easier to get a prosthetic thumb than to get 4 prosthetic fingers, which serve for nothing, you know, because.
By the way, what would you go for have no thumbs, right?
Yeah, of course.
Let's see. Yep.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense. People don't know how essential thumb actually is. And you know, as I've said, usually you can only give 2 thumbs up. If you have like only thumbs on both hands, you can give 10 thumbs ups. That's something to think about.
I don't think I have anything more to discuss with a person who doesn't appreciate the idea of putting a bed inside a car. So this discussion is over.
Because it would be illegal.
No.
Yeah, I can see that now. In your car there is a bed and then like, I don't know, like 10 bottles of whiskey or something. Because right after you went like for the 200 miles, you can go like to sleep right away.
Yes, for example, you see, yeah.
Makes perfect sense now. It all comes together. Would you rather listen to everything but your favorite musician artist or listen to only your favorite musician artist? Well, he only has 2 albums out now, which kind of sucks.
Well, to everything but that, you know, because no one has only one favorite thing, you know?
Oh yeah, it says only one. But yeah, I have... Killer Bean is the best, obviously, but then there is Buddha Army, there's Shinza Dopenis, there is Tamaki Roy, there is Gami, there is Infumiai Kimiai.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. And
but I can't listen to Killer Bean then anymore, which kind of sucks ass.
Yeah, but you can listen to all the others that you like.
Yeah, I think I would go with this then.
Yeah.
I would just lie about my favorite musician, say it's Justin Bieber. So you also go for this, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, let's see. Okay. I didn't expect that, to be honest.
People overestimate how much they will like the same songs. Well, depending. If you choose someone like Bob Dylan, you will have 40,000 million
Oh
albums to
yeah.
listen to, I guess. But
For Tupac, you also have a considerable amount.
yeah.
Yeah, I would like to see the demographic for this and actually what people listen to. Maybe it's Justin Bieber. Oh, but wait, I think you can scroll down. Yeah, and there are people who like comment about this. It helps not to have a favorite. Okay, Bieber sucks. Here we have it.
We start well.
Coldplay. Well, yeah, okay. What if I say my favorite is Justin Bieber? Exactly. He's called Bieber and not Beaver, though.
But does everyone use Justin Bieber as an example?
Justin Bieber? That's his brother, I guess.
Yeah. Justin Bieber. That is his Berber cousin from Morocco.
Good thing Rise Against is not my favorite band, nor Linkin Park. I've become... Again, Bieber, by the way. I don't know who Bieber is.
Yeah, Bieber.
Bieber is shit in music. This is not even about like the fucking question. It's just like about Justin Bieber. But okay, I make the same thing though. Megan Trainor, whoever the fuck that is. Bieber went to jail. LOL. Okay, good. This community is definitely weird.
Yeah, truly.
Okay, let's check out the next one right here. Would you rather have no eyebrows or have a unibrow? That sucks both equally.
Well, obviously have a unibrow because you can just, you can shave it in the middle and just that.
No. That's not the thing.
Condition.
That's not the thing here. Have no eyebrows, nothing grows, or have a unibrow, and if you shave it, it comes right back.
No. It doesn't say anything here about not being able to shave or anything. Don't invent.
It makes sense, my friend. It makes sense. Yes.
There are people in the world who have an unibrow, but they just shave it, and no one thinks they have a unibrow. But how many people in the world are there, without eyebrows?
Apparently, by the way, considering to a girl that is actually from Saudi Arabia, everyone in Saudi Arabia has a unibrow, even the women. That is something to think about.
In some parts, it's more common than in others.
Say what?
I mean that in some parts, I guess, of the world, genetically, more common than in others, I guess.
Well, I don't really think that it's like genetically in Saudi Arabia. Maybe it's just like a trend or something. Just like listening to Justin Bieber and assuming that your favorite musician is Justin Bieber or Bieber. Sorry.
Yeah, it's always like that. It doesn't really.
But you gotta.
Doesn't really.
You gotta think though, when you have no eyebrows and you're like in a dark alleyway at night. Every alleyway is dark at night, anyways. But when you are in a dark alleyway and there's like a mugger approaching you and you have no eyebrows, you look like a freak. By the way, there's a drinking game from Bible Black again, and I think you would scare them off when you have no eyebrows. It gives you like a little bit of an advantage there.
When I watched the how the Matrix was made, there's a scene in which Neo had to shave. Well, Keanu Reeves, the guy that you completely know how he looks like, had to shave his eyebrows for a scene, and he was like without eyebrows for a week or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And he said in the comments that when that happened, people avoided looking at him in the face. When he talked to people, they looked someplace else. They didn't want to look him in the eyes. People were him, because he had no eyebrows by then.
Well, same thing applies to. I think same thing applies to a unibrow though.
Well, you can shave it.
No, you can't. But yeah, I think, even though it sucks, but I think I would also go for a unibrow though.
Mm-hmm. Also, a unibrow is a brow that it has a university degree, unibrow. So it's always better than no eyebrows at all. Huh?
Good, so let's check out the result right here. Wow, really? I didn't expect that.
People don't know what's good for them. They need a supreme leader.
Well, 700,000 know, apparently. That no eyebrows is definitely the shit. That's the new trend.
I bet most of them are people like you who just wanted to pick that, even though you would pick the other in reality, you know. You wanted to go for no eyebrows, but in your core self, you know, you would pick just the unibrow.
Yeah,
You don't.
it just turns you into a badass when you have no eyebrows.
Yeah, I guess.
And that is definitely a win for me, at least. A
You
win.
can also paint them, I guess, like some women do. Hmm.
Here's a good one. Would you rather have a one-night stand or have a friend with benefits?
Well, this is one, right? I mean, there's no drawbacks to having a friend with benefits.
Yeah, and
Also,
one night
it's next to
stand
that.
has a couple of drawbacks actually.
Yeah, the chances of you don't AIDS, you getting your first AIDS kit, that night and things like that.
Like yeah, like STDs, and basically you can have a one night stand whenever, and yeah, and friends with benefits is just like you're both cool with it.
Hmm.
But this is even for a question. Of course, it's friends with benefits. What the fuck?
Yeah, maybe not that exciting for some people. I don't know
Because
which one.
having that is something that doesn't happen every day, and a one night stand can technically happen every day. You know.
Depends, I guess.
Of
Or
course,
if you are an
of course.
unibrow or you don't have eyebrows.
Of course, it's 1 million for friends with benefits. I mean, of course. What else would you do?
Yeah, when it comes to sex, people really make the logical decisions in life. Hmm?
I hope there is a sex question in here that is there's a little bit more hard. Pardon the pun, but yeah. Like, would you rather play Bible Black the game or Drozilla Dreams? That one is also easy. Would you rather live in a foreign city and not know the language, or live in an island alone?
Well, the first one, a lot of people do it already, so and they're
Yeah,
all fine.
and you can learn the language anyways. Like the best way
Yeah.
to learn a language obviously is go to the place where they only speak it, because then you are forced to learn it and understand it.
Hmm.
So, and live on an island alone definitely has drawbacks, because at some point you need to talk to people or else you're going insane.
Yeah, at some point you need to talk to people, or you begin to draw faces in balloon. I mean, in balloons, in football balls, and yeah, you call them Wilson, and you make a movie out of it.
I was about to
Oh,
say, isn't that a movie? I think I've seen that before somewhere.
yes, yes.
It went pretty specific at the point where you mentioned the name of the thing. So yeah, I would go for the foreign city, definitely.
Yeah, of course.
Japan, here I come. Yep, definitely 68%.
But if you had picked, you were living in an island alone, might have meant that you were living in Japan, which is an island, alone because you were the only Western guy there. Eh? You missed the
No, it
opportunity.
doesn't.
You lost the opportunity. Now you will never live in Japan forever. Never.
That is a garbage. Would you oh, I like that. Would you rather fight Voldemort or fight Freddy Krueger? By the way, you know the guy who actually played No More Room in Hell before this, and we talked about like Schindler's List. You know the guy who played the sniper guy in Schindler's List, right?
Yeah.
He's the same guy that played Voldemort in the Harry Potter movies.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. He plays a good bad guy really well.
Would you fight a Nazi Voldemort with a sniper rifle, or would you fight a Freddy Krueger, a communist Freddy Krueger, because he has a red background?
So I'm currently watching Friday the 13th, the movies. So I would just put on a Jason mask, because Freddy lost against Jason in the movie. Spoiler alert. Maybe, maybe it's not. I'm not gonna say anything more, but yeah, I would just put on my Jason mask, go like, and fight Freddy Krueger.
Also,
you're fucking
the only
away.
reason you will have to fight, the only reason to fight Voldemort that you will have is if you were a unibrow, since he doesn't have eyebrows, and you fought for what you think is right in the world. Then yeah, I guess Freddy Krueger, because Freddy Krueger doesn't appear in your dreams, in your nightmares, and he appears in your nightmares, and it's your brain. You have your control there. You are in control, so you have the upper hand, I guess.
Definitely. Even though I like the part in Freddy vs. Jason where he's like, "Those are my kids." It's like a little bit of a pedophile moment, I think, that he has.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you know, in real terms, you're fucked either way. But yeah, I would rather go for Freddy Krueger then. The Wolverine wannabe. Come at me, bro.
Also, to fight Voldemort, you have to be a wizard.
I'm a what?
You are an unibrow wizard.
You're gonna have a fucking owl that'll deliver your shitey meal, and you're gonna love it. Let's see. There are so many fucking Harry Potter wannabes in here. Freddy Krueger has way more swag.
Uh-huh.
You know,
sure. I told you I had never seen a Freddy Krueger movie, right?
Well, dude, you missed something. I think I would also rather watch Friday the 13th though, and I think also Halloween before I would watch like Freddy Krueger though. In that, and of course the first one is True on the Grudge, but that's besides the point. Would you rather kill 100 people or be hunted by 100 people?
Be hunted by 100 people and then kill them all.
You can't combine that, sadly. That would be the purple option though.
Play them like Predator, you know, in which they think they are hunting him, but he's hunting them. Hmm?
What is when the hunter becomes the hunted?
What is when the hunter becomes the smoker?
I see what you did there. Like 100 by 100 people is like basically the NSA, so we have that technically nowadays anyways.
So would you be a terrorist or would you be a terrorist?
Like, it also doesn't say when it stops when it stops when they stop hunting you, you know. Either way, I would give people a reason to hunt me, so I would go for kill 100 people there. Thankfully, I'm German, by the way, so you know, jail is not likely when I put this up on YouTube.
And also, you have this fascination with serial killers, so I understand it.
That doesn't make any sense in conjunction, but okay. What would you go for then?
Yeah. Be hunted.
And it's also again like the question: either you take the blame, like people, like something happens to people, but nothing happens to you, or everything happens to you and no one else gets harmed. You know?
Yeah. But in this case, you know, you're hunted. You know, if you kill them while you're being hunted, you have a reason for it.
You know how paranoid you are when 100 people hunt you?
100 people in the world, 100 people in a room, 100 people in
let's just say 100 people in your country. But when they hunt you, they will get you.
No. 100 persons in a 40 million persons country. Unless you I don't know. You can always change your identity, you know. Huh? And go underground. You can become a shadow.
You go grocery shopping like for alcohol, and then give me your passport, and then you can just be like, my name is Jeff.
Yes, exactly. And you also carry smoke bombs with you, so when you finish shopping for groceries, you throw the smoke bomb and you run away, so they don't know in which direction you went. That's important.
Yeah. Because it wouldn't happen in the first place. I would go for kill 100 people though. And now watch how everyone goes for be hunted, because they are plebs.
Yeah.
Oh, they are not. Never mind. Okay. People turn into serial killers. I mean, yeah, you know, right here it doesn't say, it says kill 100 people. You could go for the bad people like, well, Hitler is dead, Osama bin Laden is dead, Saddam Hussein is dead.
Hitler did nothing wrong.
That's the Mountain Dew flavor, my friend.
Yeah.
No, but you could go for like Kim Jong-un.
Hey, he's the supreme leader. I don't know, Sama.
Well, now Germany is the first one to get nuked. Okay, wait. Kim Jong-un did nothing wrong. New Mountain Dew flavor. But yeah, you could go for like you could potentially go for bad people, like the whole NS. No, that's bad. Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could go for bad people. There you go.
Or you can be hunted by 100 virgins, and not because they wanted to kill you, but because they wanted to steal your
wallet.
Perhaps, yeah. You see, so in the end, it was the winning choice, but people didn't realize that.
While watching TV, would you rather the audio 2 seconds earlier than the video? I fucking hate that. Or the video 2 seconds earlier than the... Oh, God.
Everyone who visits pirate sites has experienced this at least once, each of them. Yes.
I'm gonna edit it out. That's the shittiest thing, by the way, also to adjust when you record something and like the audio gets like distorted. I fucking hate that.
Better later than something earlier, because earlier your eyes are not processing what you're hearing. It's weirder. But the other way, you have seen something and then you expect something to happen.
That, or like, yeah, or like a important dialogue or something. But I was about to say, maybe if you heard it earlier, horror movies would actually be better. Because the jump scare comes earlier, but yeah, I think that would take a lot from the actual stuff away, so... Yeah, so it's video 2 seconds earlier than the audio.
Yes, exactly. The video.
It's audio 2. I'm pretty sure it's like a 50-50 thing here. Yeah, definitely.
30% people have never watched something online.
Maybe they have, but only the legal stuff.
Everything is legal as long as they don't get to.
You know the German party, by the way, basically translated to the pirates. They actually got their name off of the Pirate Bay.
Yes.
Yeah. Who I'm still voting for, by the way. 0.2% in the last election, at least. Would you rather be unable to shower for 2 weeks but have clean clothes daily, or be able to shower daily for 2 weeks but unable to change your clothes?
Second, of course. Clothes don't really get that stained or whatever, after a while. They can... Also, clothes get mostly stained because you are stained, not because of anything as long as you live in a capital city. So
sick burn, bro.
I guess you can be quite you can be fine for a while without you washing your clothes as long as you are clean, and you're not staining them yourself.
Yeah. I was gonna say, like, even though like they take up your scent at a certain amount of time when you wear them for a good amount though. But yeah, I think I would go for showering daily, definitely. And people are filthy.
Yeah.
For 55%.
Appearances over everything else, right? I guess.
But then, yeah, of course, but that only applies to your clothes and not about... Okay, here's the thing, by the way. As a man, definitely you should go for the showering because you grow a neck beard after like 4 days. And that is fucking disgusting as fuck, I can tell you that.
But what does that have anything to do with showering? Shaving, I mean.
Shaving goes hand in hand for me. That's just like hygiene, you know what I mean? And
no.
when you shower, you clean. When you shave, you clean your face. So you can't do that when you can't shower for 2 weeks. You know?
I don't know. Well, I use a different method. I don't use anything. I shave raw. Without anything.
I mean, I have seen one guy. Of course, not wearing it proudly, but just for the meme, I think. He actually, like, shaved everything away, but kept the neck beard, and that shit looks gross. And also gross when you have it. I don't like that at all.
But it protects you in case someone wants to cut your neck. Huh? Cut your...
Sure. That's North Korea logic right there. Would you rather lose your preferred hand or lose your preferred foot? Well, definitely the foot. It's easier to get like a replacement for your foot than it is for your hand.
Yeah.
Easier, right?
Yeah. The hand really has to do many more complex movements than a foot.
Exactly.
You can have completely normal life, I guess, with a prosthetic something. Prosthetic foot, I mean. Prosthetic something.
Exactly. There is actually a guy who lost his leg, like his entire leg in
In a fight with Voldemort.
Let's go with that. And he actually ended up wrestling on TNA, which was pretty awesome. Sergeant, how was he called? Fuck. He wasn't in there for like a long time anymore. Chris Melendez, I think he was. Sergeant Chris Melendez? Yeah. Awesome guy. Awesome story, by the way. But yeah, definitely lose your preferred foot. I mean, for you, this question might be harder because you would rather stand than sit. For me, it doesn't matter because I would sit anyway, so I don't need the foot.
Yeah, no, but even then, you know, when you are, you don't need to have a foot to be standing. You can stand. You can stand on the stump, or you might have something else there that you use. Huh?
Sure. All right. So we go for hand jobs over foot jobs. Let's see.
Prefer foot, of course.
Makes sense. 69% even. That definitely makes sense. That's one of the easier ones. But I really would like to know, like, the people who chose hand over foot, what their argument is, you know?
They are rebels, you know, that choose that because they want to be different.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Like, you need your hand over your foot. That is for sure.
Or maybe they don't have hands already.
Sure.
So they...
Would you rather, joke's on you. Would you rather spend a year alone in a deep sea submarine or spend a year alone in a space station?
A space station, of course. At least there you can see the Earth and experience the magnificence of space. In a submarine, you're just in a room for 1 year alone.
Here's the thing. In the submarine, in a deep sea, people can locate... Of course, they can also do that in a space station, but hear me out. They can locate you, and you basically know where you are. You're still on planet Earth, but in a space station, and it is always the stuff that I have, by the way. You know, when they go out of the space station to fix something or anything, right? I always imagine what happens when, like, the thing that keeps them on the space station, when then just breaks off, and then you like fly in space for an eternity, and no one knows where you are because you just fly in empty space and shit like that, you know? Like, they can't help you then anymore. That is a terrifying thought. But when you are in a deep sea submarine and they somehow lost you, they can still track you to the last signal where you were, and they know that you are still somewhere in that area. Actually,
they can't, because, you know, let's see, it says a deep sea submarine, right?
Yeah.
So let's assume it is, you know, only I think 2-3 times a submarine has reached the bottom of the ocean. The pressure there was 20 tons per square centimeter. And they had I think a 20 centimeters wide, thick, you know, it had a small window, which had some sort of special crystal, 20 centimeters wide or something like that. And it cracked. When it went, you know, next to the bottom, it cracked, you know, because of the pressure. So you can imagine how it is. You are actually less reachable down there than up there, perhaps. Well, not less, but you are actually, they can't reach you either way in any place.
But you know what I mean, right? They know the general area where you are, but in space, when you just float in space, because space is eternity, actually, they can find you.
Not. Because, you know, in the deep sea, unless, for example, they use sonar, but then they might know the area where you... For example, think about this submarine, this Argentinian submarine that was lost in the sea recently. They're still searching for it. They don't know where it is. But in space, you know, they can use radars, they can use many other stuff to actually locate the station or whatever, I think. So it wouldn't be a problem.
Even though I think we are safe, because we can assume that there is no harm or danger for you, because it doesn't specify it in the question. I would still go, even though I can't swim, and I'm fucking terrified of the sea, of the ocean. I still would go for the deep sea, because you can, like, you know, all the, like, how many of the sea have we, like, explored? Like 10% or some shit. And when you're in the deep sea submarine, you can actually, like, check out, like, what creatures are down there, and I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, but you wouldn't be able to see it yourself, mostly.
And by the way, I hate space, so I hate space more than I hate the sea, though.
you only hate space because you hate science fiction, you know?
Exactly, exactly. That's the thing.
You also hate the sea, you know, so why would you pick the sea anyway?
No, I'm into the stuff, by the way. For some reason, I watched like a couple of YouTube videos how the world might potentially end, and most of it has to do with space. And that is kind of interesting. But yeah, I would still go for the deep sea though, which is also maybe due to a certain Spellweaver card that was released recently.
Okay, so I would rather, you know, choose to see Earth from space rather than just being a submarine enclosed for 1 week. I mean, 1 year.
1 year, yeah. Okay, let's see this. I think we both would be broadcasted though. Pretty sure. Okay, makes sense because you know space. You can. I mean, it is more likely for you to go to the sea than it is to go into space. Obviously.
Think about it for a second. You know how would you feel if you were able to see the Earth from space?
I mean, I would like the fact that I could like put all the flat Earth theorists to shame.
Yeah.
That would be worth it. And also, there is one scene in High School of the Dead where, you know, they drop like an how is that bomb called? That like jams all electric devices.
The electromagnetic bomb? Or...
Yeah. There's like 3 letters.
EMP.
EMP, right. Like they saw from... That is the thing that they saw from space. Like they were safe from all the zombies, first. And second, like they saw like the EMP being sent off. Which was pretty cool, by the way, in the series. And also, in a zombie scenario, by the way, in the deep sea, you would be fucked because zombies can still walk underwater, you know?
In which lore? They can't.
It makes sense. No, in the book World War Z, the movie is terrible, I heard, by the way, but the book is awesome. It makes sense because, you know, the current of the sea is obviously, like, very high, you know? But let's say there is a ship, right? And that ship is infected with zombies. Obviously, some zombies are gonna fall off of the ship, right? They fall down to the bottom of the sea, and what happens then? They stand up and walk. Because, you know, it makes sense. Because it's the ground.
By the time they reach the bottom of the sea, they have imploded long ago, you know? They can't... Think about it, you know, if your body were to stand a pressure of 20 tons per centimeter square, you know, you will just... I don't know what will happen exactly to the body, but...
If they don't drop to the bottom, then they are at the top of the sea, but they can't drown, so the current drives them to the islands, and when they are at the island, they are able to walk again. Fuck that.
Yeah, and then you can make a game called Dead Island.
The circle closes itself.
That was everything behind the game, yes. That was the explanation.
World War Z. Would you rather absolutely reek of armpits for the rest of your life or lose your sense of smell completely?
The second, of course. You know, it's better to just not being able to experience some tastes or smells rather than just being an outcast for the rest of your life.
Yeah, and you also smell the armpits every time. That is the problem there, yeah. But you know, also like sense of smell obviously is really important, but also for writing lyrics. But yeah, I would rather lose that than to be like distant. Yep. 1 million people.
This was actually the highest so far.
80%?
Yeah.
Might be, yeah. Because that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I mean, you can still taste, so at least there's that.
Yeah.
So sex is still a thing. Would you rather wear only skin-tight clothing? Okay, I go with the second one. I don't care what it is. Or wear... Yeah, I do that. I fucking do that anyways. Of course I wear clothes that are much too big. I do that in the first place, so of course I go with this.
But your underwear is skin-tight, isn't it?
So big. It's so big.
Are you using blankets for your
What if I do?
So, would you be a beach boy or would you be a rapper?
I'm a rapper.
This is the question.
But do you mean beach or do you mean bitch, by the way?
Beach, like from the place where you go to swim. And,
because bitch boy would also fit with skinny jeans. But other than that, the only time where I actually wear stuff, or at least like pants that are tight, because it makes sense when I go to the gym. Because when I go for the treadmill, I can't wear like pants that are too big. But yeah, of course, I wear clothes that are much too big.
Okay, let's go for that. Because the same. Because the other is like, like it's making pressure against your body. In some way, it's tiring your muscles to some degree. Even if it's a tiny, how to say, very, if the effect is not very strong, but anyway, it's always making pressure against you, and in some way, it might, I don't know, make your muscles tight for some reason.
Also, there's the thing, people either they wear like the tidy whities, or they wear boxer shorts, and then there's the thing, like the boxer shorts that like cup your balls, and tidy whities are terrible, obviously, and also the boxer shorts that cup your balls. I fucking hate that feeling. It's like, ugh. Like everything that applies pressure down there is, no, don't like it. Because it feels like when you just like bump against the wall or something, it feels like it breaks or something. I don't like that. So yeah, of course,
exactly.
Too big. Let's see. Why are 42% of people women? I think.
Yeah. If you're a woman, please wear tight clothing. It helps keeping the morale high in gyms.
I think that sums it up pretty perfectly. Oh yeah, you can cut the clothes so that they are smaller. Okay, of course. Also makes sense. Okay. I mean, also when women, because I respect women, nice meme. Also when they wear clothes that are much too big, it's also good, because it means they are into rap, which I'm into. Would you rather only drink black coffee, well, I don't drink coffee in the first place, or only eat dry cereal?
Of course, the second.
Yeah, because I don't drink coffee in the first place. Wait.
Survive. Also, coffee is kind of poison to some degree. Think about it. Just drinking that for the rest of your life, no water ever, it will end up destroying your digestive system. I'm sure. At some point.
But then, on the other hand, you can eat whatever you want, and if you only eat dry cereal, you can only choose for the food. For the drinks.
Dry cereal. You will kind of have a life like some people had during the early Middle Ages, I guess. So, yeah.
But only dry cereal for the rest of your life? I don't know.
Well, they have many carbohydrates, not that much proteins, but they still have quite some. You would probably be not. You probably fall into malnutrition, but.
I mean, I eat like a cereal for breakfast. I always go, but Dad, what's for breakfast?
Where is? You see, he was asking where is breakfast because he was only able to drink black coffee. So the dry cereals that were in front of him were like non-existent. He couldn't see them. It was like he was a T-Rex and the cereals were a human being and they weren't moving, so he couldn't see them.
Definitely. Maybe you can also turn into Batman though. And just go like, I hunger for justice, Dad. Okay, I would rather eat. Yeah, I think I don't like coffee. Maybe I would get accustomed to the taste though. But I would rather be able to eat whatever I want. So I'm gonna go with drink black coffee actually.
Okay.
And you go for a cereal?
Yeah, of course.
Let's see. Okay, people value drinks over over food, it seems. All right.
I'm surprised, because considering the addiction there is, because the coffee, I thought people would pick that. Perhaps not because it's just black coffee, but yeah.
I think though they would like it doesn't maybe like the addiction quote unquote would be like erased when you have that choice. You know, I think it goes that way.
By the way, you also accept that you can have beds in cars.
Would you rather be Gandalf or is it written correctly?
The thing is, I don't know who is Gandalf, so yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So, okay, welcome, because Gandalf can be just the guy, you know, selling watches on the corner of the street. I don't know who Gandalf is.
I mean, it could also be the guy that is in Brokeback Wizards with, fuck, how was the other guy called? The one from Harry Potter? Fuck. How is he called?
Did you notice that Gandalf, if you take the N, it turns into Gadolf? Would you be Gadolf Hitler or Luke Skywalker? Huh?
Honestly, how is he called?
I don't know.
The fucking guy from Harry Potter, the gay director there.
Gay director? What are you talking about?
J.K. Rowling said that the guy that runs the whole school is gay.
Dumbledore.
Dumbledore, right. Maybe Gandalf is the name for the rated R movie with Dumbledore, you know, where it's like, why don't you try my magic stick, Gandalf?
Yeah. By the way, you know that the actor that plays Gandalf, I forgot the name now. Well, he plays Gandalf and plays Magneto, but I forgot the name now. I knew it. But anyway,
was it Keanu Reeves?
You know. Yeah, sure, it's Keanu Reeves. And it seems that in life, to get to be a wizard of great power, you have to, you can't be straight. So I'm sorry for everyone who is straight. They will never be wizards.
I'm gonna edit it out. Well, you know, the thing is right here, I hate Lord of the Rings and I hate Star Wars, so you decide.
You're not human.
Lord of the Rings is fucking boring. Thanks for unsubscribing, by the way.
Yeah, Lord of the Rings is too... yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you choose.
I'm
gonna let you decide? Choose. Yeah.
Of course, Luke Skywalker.
Right, let's see if anyone is also walking on the sky.
Yeah. Also, who is Gandalf, man?
Let's see, by the way. Yeah, I don't even know who this Gandalf character is.
You see?
I hate you a little bit, so leave, just leave? Okay. I thought, like, wasn't it Gandalf?
Well, perhaps, you know, is it just writing Gandalf in English or what? I don't get it.
Yeah, maybe it was an English bloke. Would you rather be a gangster or be a Freemason?
Freemason. Would you rather be the Prince of Saudi Arabia or a cat? You know?
Someone has been watching Illuminati documentaries, I think.
Yeah. Of course, I know what you will choose. Of course, you will choose to be a gangster.
Would definitely prep up your image, and you can put that in the lyrics. But no, I would be a Freemason. Definitely. I make rap songs about being a Freemason. How about a Freemason gangster? No, I would go for Freemason though, because you know, for a Freemason, you don't ever have to worry about money. I feel, and you are part of an elite society that doesn't exist. So, of course,
elite society doesn't exist. I would be a gangster, of course, because drive-bys are my life. I heard that phrase, I heard it.
That is, by the way, I think that's gonna be your first mixtape that you're gonna release. Drive-bys on my life.
Yes. Uh-huh. Be a nice title for the album. Mm-hmm.
I can see that actually when you put the fedora on and then drive-bys on my life in stores now.
But you know, if you want to wear a fedora, you can be a Freemason. You have to be a gangster. A Freemason would wear like a top hat, perhaps.
No,
with a model.
I'll wear my fedora. Thank you very much.
Oh.
See. Yeah. Some people out there want to have more lyrics to talk about, it seems.
I'm surprised.
Same. I thought like there would be sure for more for Freemason.
I'm not sure there will be more for gangster.
The Illuminati, dude.
Yeah, gangster. Gangster.
Would you rather fight 3 bulls at the same time, like Bolt from Super Punch-Out, or fight 10 bulls one at a time?
The first one, because can you beat one bull? If you can't beat one bull, it doesn't matter that you fight 3 anyway. Then can you fight and kill 10? You know, one after another. You get tired and whatever. You perhaps get wounded. The next one will kill you. 3 at the same time, they will, you know, how to say, they will get in the way of each other, and yeah, I don't know.
But for one at a time, you can make cooldown periods for yourself. When you don't kill, let's assume
you made up.
No. Let's assume you like kill the first one, but like sorry Peter, whatever means that you have, you can still wait until you make the final killing blow to, you know, catch your breath, and then they release the next one because the first one potentially is not dead yet.
Yeah, I don't know. If it were persons, you know, of course, one at a time. But bulls, big animals, I don't know. 10 at a time.
I mean, 3 at a time, you are dead. 10 one at a time, if you make yourself cooldown periods, could work, maybe. But 3 at the same time, you're just dead.
But can you survive 10 encounters with bulls? You know, can you have that much luck or that much ability to escape being, I don't know.
Well, I just imagine... I just imagine that you are in like the bullfight arena, you know, with not much place to run. I didn't think about like an entire city. Maybe that would be even easier then.
Yeah, to be honest, I'm not sure about this, but yeah.
I would go one at a time because there is still a chance that you might survive, even though it's exhausting. But 3 bulls at the same time, you're just dead because they just run you down. They run over you.
The thing is, they are animals. You don't know if they are coming for you, or, you know. Well, like it's not like three tigers that will hunt you down. It's just bulls. If you don't move, in particular, if you don't, they will just stay still and do their things. And they might, you know, get in the way of each other and stuff. I don't know. And they are bulls. They might fight each other. Actually, I don't know.
But they will fight against you because you have to fight them, as it says in the question, you know.
Yeah. I don't like your small letter here, you know.
I will go for 10 bulls one at a time, though.
Let's see.
Bring it on, my friend. You go for 3 bulls at the same time?
Yeah.
Or what? Okay. Let's see. Okay. That's only like a, what is it? 30,000 people difference right there. That's not much. People have common sense sometimes.
When this happens, you know, I think it's not just that people are so divided. I think it's just people don't know what to answer. So people just pick one or the other. But in this case, I think it's that.
Go for something that sounds lesser evil, maybe, yeah.
Yeah, perhaps.
Sometimes you have to listen to your gut, definitely, for this kind of stuff. Would you rather walk across a mile of burning coals or walk across a mile of oh god, Legos. Lego.
If you have to walk across a mile of hot burning coals, when you get to the other side, you have 4-degree burns, you know, and they have to amputate both your feet. In Legos, you will have just cuts as much, you know, you will have experienced pain and discomfort, but you won't have serious injuries.
2 things about this, though. There are people, I don't know how they do it, but it's the same one that lie on nails, basically, who walk across like miles of burning coals and nothing happens to them. However, they do that. And
they do it through, you know, as much some meters. And I think they do it because, you know, they develop these very thick calluses on their feet. And basically what's burning is just dead skin.
True. But that, and second, I have seen that twice happening now, where they had like as a punishment for something on YouTube to walk not a mile obviously, but to walk across Legos, and 2 people that I've seen didn't show any sign of pain. Like they even like, you know, put pressure on the shoulders that he actually like gets more pressure on the Legos, but no, they were like, no, it doesn't hurt at all. So, but I know me, I know that it would hurt like shit, but yeah, I think Legos is the lesser of these two evils, definitely.
Yeah, of course.
Let's see. If this is close, I don't know, gonna throw something. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it was obvious.
that is the most, definitely now, by 1% more, even though.
Mm-hmm.
Burning hot, over hot, burning cold, fucking bullshit. Would you rather have stretchable legs or stretchable arms? Always with the extremities right there.
Yeah, boy.
I think, yeah, there are two reasons why I would go for arms. First one is Dalsim. I know he also has stretchable legs, but you know, stretchable arms. And the second reason is like all the characters in MOBA games and that I've played. Roadhog, Pudge. How was the guy in League of Legends? Blitzcrank, of course. You know, when they like grab people and pull them towards them. And you know, when you have stretchable legs, you can be fast, but that also applies to arms because you just flail out your arm, grab to something, and then pull it to you or pull yourself to it, so you can move just as fast.
Yeah, exactly. You know, in modern society with stretchable legs, you will only be able to run faster, perhaps. But
yeah,
you really need to run faster that much in modern society. You need to escape dangers or whatever with it. Like we really need to use much more the arms anyway. So why not that?
Also, like when you are stranded in the sea, also I think also stretchable arms are better because you can cover more ground than with stretchable legs. Ah, well.
I don't know. As long as it's more surface. So yeah. True. I think it will be faster with stretchable arms than stretchable legs.
Should be. Let's see. I also think this is pretty obvious. Yeah. Okay. Definitely.
Yeah. Nice. You see, people know what's good for them in modern society.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
So, would you rather only speak in words that begin with H, or not be able to say any words that have the letter E in them?
The first one, of course.
Asian,
no, wait.
Asian doesn't have an E. Fuck, my name Love Giant does. So I'm just a giant.
E is one of the vowels. It's one of the most used letters, so you wouldn't be able to say basically anything.
You couldn't say ye anymore.
Yeah, also you wouldn't be able to say ye, which is a very important word. And by being only able to say words that begin with H, you will be able to say, for example,
holla.
What?
Holla if you hear me.
Holla. You will be able to say, hey, sir, you know, someone who does magic. You will be able to say hello. You will be able to say
hi.
How for how much, you know? Or we put to say
exactly. That's where it stops.
but you know, since H, for example, is not pronounced at all in Spanish, you will be able to say all words. You just have to add an H in front, and you will be saying it right anyway.
Which would be cheating. I think you are more limited though when you only speak in words that begin with H. So
yeah, true. Perhaps you're more limited.
Yeah, because this one also like banks on your creativity to craft new words as well, you know. So I would definitely go with any words that have the letter E in them.
Yeah, perhaps you're right. Yes.
And you can also, by the way, still say how much when you're not able to say anything that has E in it. So
no,
it kind of defeats the purpose.
But the magic of it is not saying how much; it's saying how. So you look like a gangster, you know. You don't even finish the sentence. You say how, and they understand what you mean.
And then you tip your fedora.
Yeah, you know, the fedora that you have because you're a gangster, not a Freemason.
Yeah, you can still say gangster because you write it with an A, by the way.
Gangster. Yeah.
Let's see. A lot closer than I thought, to be honest, though.
Yeah, I guess people didn't know really what to answer.
Yeah, it also depends on where they are from, because I think we have limited words also in German that starts with H.
Yeah.
So having a conversation only with that is going to be pretty short, I think.
Like words that start in H in German, like hello and Henkel and
and help, which
Hitler.
is also
hello Hitler.
More like hello help Hitler.
Yeah. The other way, you will be able to say no. You won't be able to say hello Kitty. You will be able to say only hello Kitty. Yeah.
Would you rather only be able to laugh at blonde jokes or not be able to understand sarcasm?
Ooh. But what's the point of understanding sarcasm if you can't laugh at it, you know?
Yeah, but people, when they don't mean something, you know, like they are playing you for a fool.
Yeah.
And you can't understand that, could be a problem.
Yeah.
Like I understood your sarcasm with the car and the bed in it.
It wasn't sarcasm. It was realism. Yeah.
Was as much realism as left for that. Fuck me dead, to quote
Laugh at blonde jokes, I guess. At least no, but sarcasm is too important in life.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I don't know. Anyway, you know, this is going to be a 50-50 answer again because it's just an answer that doesn't have a question that doesn't have an answer that you can pick.
This sucks ass. I think just my gut is telling me not be able to understand sarcasm because I still want to be able to laugh at other jokes than just blonde jokes. Also because I dyed my hair, so that would be inappropriate to go for the first one.
Oh yeah. Only able to laugh at blonde jokes, then I could make jokes about your hair sometimes, eventually. So exactly. That is nice to.
You don't betray your own kind or something. So yeah, I'll go for sarcasm.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I will pick the other, but yeah. Oh. Yeah.
I thought it would be much closer, actually.
Yeah.
66%.
It's important in life, as you can see.
Depends on who you hang around with.
Perhaps it's just that blonde jokes are too good, you know, and people don't want to live without them.
When you heard one, you heard them all. Okay, let's go for the final three right here. 1 month of distress. Would you rather be forced to walk around for an entire month without pants, or shed all your hair for an entire month?
Shed means like shave, or
I think so.
Yeah, the second.
Just like lose it. I think you just lose it when you walk or something, you know. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, the second, you know. Anyway,
all your hair. That means also your unibrow. That also means your body hair as well, which actually would be pretty good.
Yeah, but walking without pants, you know, unless you can be 1 month stuck inside your house.
But I would lose my beard.
You can also, you know, if it's winter, you can wear a bunny hat. You know what I mean? And it will hide your eyebrows.
And smooth skin is actually legit, I heard.
Yes, exactly. So it wouldn't be a problem. And if it means just things to lose the hair, it won't really be noticeable that you are losing it, you know, while you walk, if it's inside the bunny hat anyway.
You're all your hair and body hair as well, you know.
It's balls hair, you know. Anyway.
So you would technically be walking around like a cat.
Yeah.
And like maybe also cough up fur balls or something. But yeah, of course, shed all your hair because, you know, smooth skin. Sure.
Yes.
See.
You dyed your blonde for nothing, and you know it because you will shed it.
Said no one ever. Still kind of surprised that 44% would still go to like walk an entire month without pants. Because you know how many stores are there that say like no pants, no service?
They don't say it because they actually,
I mean in summer maybe I could understand it. now in like winter, definitely like losing all your hair is a little bit of a problem though.
Yeah, true. Well, it says pants, but it doesn't say anything about swimsuits, for example.
There's a similar one. Second to last one. Would you rather wear a woolen bodysuit in the Sahara or wear a bikini in the Antarctic? Isn't it like the more you wear, the colder you get or something? Because it's like an onion thing, you know? The more layers you have, the colder you are in the center.
Not exactly. I think it is more related to you sweat, and the sweat stains the clothes, so
yeah.
it cools everything down more. That's why they go around, and also to not burn, I guess. But yeah,
Obviously.
when the sun is not hitting your body directly, I guess it's hitting it less than even if it's hitting it up, And the second, in this case, it will kill you much faster than the first one. In the first one, as long as you don't, as long as you have water, you can have a heat stroke maybe, but it wouldn't really be that much of a problem. Depends on temperature, but the second will kill you anyway.
Even if you have like a hot beverage, the second one would definitely kill you, I think. Even though, gotta say, I like the cold, and I definitely like the Antarctic. But I think also for this one, I would rather go for the woolen bodysuit and do as little as possible and drink as much as possible to not get a heat stroke.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, people definitely value their lives, it seems.
Yeah. People didn't know what to choose, I guess. Mostly.
Yeah, definitely. I don't get that at all, even though I love the Antarctic.
Mm-hmm. Have you been there?
And now for the last question. Let's see what we get. Would you rather okay, be punched in the face with brass knuckles by Mike Tyson, who is like 70 years old now, or
that's a nice piece of data that we need to know for this, huh?
Or punch a toddler and be seen by thousands of people. But still, it's still brass knuckles, though.
After playing No More of Me Hell, of course, punch a toddler.
Oh, true, yeah.
Is it a zombie toddler, perhaps, or just a regular toddler? Huh? Anyway, punching a toddler, you will just kill him. If Mike Tyson punches you on the face, as long as he doesn't bite your ear, because wasn't he the one who?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know. With brass, it will do some damage, but it will pass, and your reputation will be unstained.
Well, first you might need plastic surgery, but then second you could basically also get him to like sign your face, like property of Mike Tyson or something.
Yeah, and also as you mentioned, he's 70 years old, so
yeah. You could say like, yeah, I messed with a 70-year-old and lost.
Yes.
But yeah, as you said, like punching a toddler in the face or punch a toddler just kills it. So yeah, definitely Mike Tyson. Let's see. I hope there are many people who chose the first one here. Really?
You see,
really,
in some corner of my soul, I understood. People actually wants to punch a toddler when they have kids and they dislike it, or they see kids and they dislike it, or something. But they don't never say something like that because, oh my god! But here, when no one is watching, they chose it, and
yeah,
now that's reflected.
Most people, like questions before, they chose to take the blame on themselves, rather than on other people, which is kind of weird. And also, I'm kind of doubting that these guys have actually seen Mike Tyson, how he looks today,
Yeah.
Let's actually check this, what the people say right here.
Perhaps, has to do also with the avoiding pain thing,
I want to save my face. I mean, the guy is still... The guy is still Buffzilla, obviously. But still, I don't think he would... By the way, what is with this username?
Horse Dick Duck.
Anyways, though, the guy is old. Obviously, he still is Buffzilla, but yeah, you know, I would rather be able to say that I actually fought Mike Tyson than to say I killed a toddler.
But what if the toddler was Gandalf Hitler? Huh?
Right here, you can punch slow and nice that not really having to hurt him.
To hurst him.
Or that.
To hurstern him. I mean,
it doesn't have to be hard. That's what she said, by the way. Yeah, definitely Mike Tyson right here. That's not even a question, I think. All right. and that was it for either. Which sounds a little bit like the awesome diss song by Nas to Jay-Z. Just wanted to throw that out for now. Of course, as usual, thanks to Zig for joining.
You welcome.
I mean, this time, you know, there was no reason, or there was no right or wrong answer, so we actually made it somewhere compared to the higher lower game. Even though we went good with like 30 plus questions or something answered, so we definitely did good on that as well. But yeah, of course, thanks for your input.
You're welcome, and also nice bells in the background.
And yeah, of course, thanks for watching, and thanks for the unsubscriptions, because I stated my hate towards Lord of the Rings and Star Wars.
The kind of human being are you?
I also didn't watch the Matrix yet.
Oh yeah, you haven't ever watched any of these movies that matter. You know, you have watched the Kajaks and Saddam Hussein movies. You know.
Okay, my friend. Have you watched Drew on the Grudge? Have you watched The Ring? Have you watched Friday the 13th? Have you watched Halloween? Have you watched Ong Bak? Have you watched Game of Death? Have you watched Bloodsport? Even though that movie isn't that good, actually, to be honest. Have you watched? Probably you have American History X. Have you watched Harry Potter?
Only one question. Have you watched On Air?
What? Watched what? Watched what?
Con Air. I told you before about it.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I don't like shitty actors.
Best movie in history. End of discussion.
How was he called again? I forgot the name of the guy again.
I think it was Nicolas Cage, wasn't it?
Yeah, Nicolas Cage. Write in the comments below if you think he's terrible or not. One question is right, the other one is wrong. Anyways, yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video, which is probably going to be Doki Doki Literature Club.
Thanks.
Gonna edit that out again. Freemason.